Alright, I'm back. Man, that was weird. I think that's, I don't know what happened. I don't know what you saw on your end. But I got a phone call, and then the video camera just stopped. So I don't even remember where I was. But in any case, that was not invisible technology. But yeah, that's the first time I think I've been doing one of these recorded lectures, and somebody calls and it popped up on my iPad. Maybe it's because I have my iPhone right here. I do not know. Okay, so the larger argument is that when it comes to issues of gender generally, but also with tech, we need to understand that there's always a middle way. And you know, gender and communication scholars generally say that if this type of communication is feminine and this type of communication is masculine, we need to be androgynous, be sort of in the middle, be a little bit of country, a little bit rock and roll, know how to do all of this type of stuff. So we can't say men are better than this or women are better than that. We all need to be better or good at everything. Given all that type of stuff, what's really interesting, I think the last part in that little section from Kalin is pretty important. It says on page 196, at the end there, Kalin talks about how women view technology as tools, while men view it as toys. She argues that the relationship with technology permeate the gendered and stereotypical construction of technology use and gender binaries in society, and we need to get rid of those binaries. Kalin advocates for considering gender as multiple and shifting in technology, good use and design, and also argues for viewing one's relationship with technology as also shifting one's subject position from femininity, masculinity, whatever. Hence, we argue that these shifting subject positions include the multiple roles that working parents enact in the course of managing work and family relationships as responsibilities via their relationships with ICTs. So, how do you perform or communicate as a mother or a father or a sister or a brother and all that jazz through CMC? And then how does CMC impose or sustain gender norms? How can we challenge those gender norms and everything like that? So a couple of examples just before we get back to the book. We've got some articles here and some stuff that you should take a look at. This was a couple of years ago, but here's an example of Pinterest. So is Pinterest a woman's world? Does that matter? I think so. This is from a few years ago, but I think one of the things I thought was really, really interesting. Also, I really like this person. She's sort of a cultural critic. Her name is Anita Sarkeesian, I think that's how she says it. She was basically talking about games, video games, and how they were sexist. She received death and rape threats from people who didn't like her. Bomb threats for her public talks. Just horrible, horrible stuff. So you can take a look at that. You know, sexism in the video game industry. Pretty big stuff. Pretty pretty nasty stuff. And then another thing that I would like you to watch. It's only about 12 minutes, and I'm not going to show it here because you can go to the link. But she has a really good video that she makes that showcases how video games can be very sexist and racist and exoticize women. So pretty interesting stuff. So as we move forward, just know that we live in a oftentimes very problematic world where gender norms can be constraining, and tech helps with that sometimes, but it can also be liberating because you got to fight for your right to party. I'll come back later on with the the rest of this chapter. I'll let you digest all that stuff.